All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about the Overland Vehicle Systems Nomadic 270 LTE awning. So I searched high and low to find an awning that would fit right for my rack and my situation. So since my rack sits under the height of the cab, I couldn't go with the traditional awnings. It would stick out into here and I wouldn't be able to open my back door, or it would stick way past the end, and when it was open, I would have a gap over the tailgate, which is part of the reason that you want a 270 awning. So when this one was finally released and became available, I decided to scoop it up. As you can see, I can still open my back door just fine, and it has plenty of coverage. Now, the second problem that I ran into was because my tent opens up to this side, the way that the hinge system works, and I'll show you that in a minute, it was going to interfere with the rack on a traditional mount. So I had to build an adjustable mount that we'll talk about here in a minute also. The Overland Vehicle Systems, or OVS, awning here, the 270 awning, it deploys very rapidly. Everything that you need is included within it. The bag with all of your extras is stored right in the back. And then you just simply unzip it, open it here. There are two Velcro straps, 1 and 2. The excess slides down and you just grab one end and start walking it around. Now within that bag is a strap to secure this, and I'll show you that in a minute here. We'll get the camera set up on the other side to where I can show you that. But once it is secured, it's at a decent height. Now there are legs that drop down. And they are telescoping to where you can actually push it up a little bit and add some support if you think you're going to need it on a windy day. You can also utilize these legs for watershed. So you can position them in a way where, you know, if it's raining and you want the water to come down and away from your tent, then you can extend the other ones on the other side up a little more and lower these ones down a little more to where it sheds off to this side, or vice versa, out the middle, however it's fit for you and your particular camping setup. So let's go ahead and move the camera over to the other side. I'll show you kind of how the bracketry works and how the slides work in conjunction with the tent. So as we can see, the brackets allow the awning to sit very tight to the vehicle for transport and travel. You can open it in this position as I just demonstrated, but also you can see that there's no way that that tent is going to open in this position. So what I've done is I have mounted it to a slider setup that basically allows you to pull this pin. That's a simple push pin. I made sure everything was nice and tight. You can pull the rear pin, that one out, pull the front pin on both of them. Now for the rear pins, I went ahead and made sure that they are locking to where, just in case rattling down the trail, the one like this that just has the simple detent, if this decides to rattle out part way, I'm not going to lose my awning, because if all of these come out, it will just simply slide out. But you pull all the pins out, slide it out to your desired position, which for this one is right about here, I believe. And then you simply put your pins back in. And like I said, I made them tight so that they don't come loose. We'll throw these back in real quick here. And then at that point, you can open the tent, which I'll demonstrate here. And as you can see, now with the tent open, I have clearance for the awning. So we can still open the awning to its full capacity with the tent. So. And it's very simple. You just walk it around, attach your connection points here. Now you can see it is freestanding. I have to crouch down a little bit to be under it. That can be solved by simply extending the legs and just giving it a little push and re-securing the legs. And now I can stand under here, work off my tailgate, whatever I need to do in order to have camp with some shade or a little bit of rain protection, snow protection, whatever the case may be. Yes, it does sit lower than most. Yes, you may have to lean down a little bit. But for my particular situation, this was perfect. And let's face it, the point of having an awning and shade like this is so that you can throw out a chair, sit down, enjoy some shade, protection, whatever from the elements. So I'm not too concerned about the fact that I may have to duck a little bit standing. They do offer a lighting kit. Their lighting kit comes in over on the side rail here. There is a channel that you slide the lighting kit in on. I don't think that I'm necessarily going to worry about that lighting kit. What I'm going to do instead is I am going to simply run the LED strips, the peel and stick ones, along the length of the main tubes here. And I'll be making a video on that shortly. I'm waiting for some more components to come in so that I can complete that. But I figure if I put one here, one on the main one over here, and then there are two others plus the main backing, that'll be plenty of lighting. As far as dimmable, I'll be able to change the color, you know, all that fun stuff. So that will be the basis of it. And I think that this is really going to change the way that me particularly will be able to get out of the elements in the summer. Here in Arizona, it gets hot. So the other nice part about this is if you see on the back side here, there is this Velcro strip. And they make walls for this. So you can have walls with doors. You can make this fully enclosed. So between that and my tent, I'll be able to basically camp any time of the year with shade or protection from the elements. Now, this awning right now is coming in at a really nice price point of $4.99. It's under most of the other ones. I got mine through caliraised LED. Huge shout out to them, because as you notice, when you order, you have to order either driver's side or passenger side, depending on how you want it to open in your particular setup. In a haste to get it ordered, I accidentally ordered the passenger side. I called them, spoke to one of the gentlemen on the phone. I apologize, I don't remember his name. Within 2 minutes, he had me all taken care of and said, hey, no sweat, give me your order number. Is this your name, address? Yep, that's me. And he went ahead and switched it over. I got a confirmation email instantly before I even got off the phone with him that it was updated. And about 3 days later, it shipped. I'm not sure if they're still on back order. They were on back order last time I checked. But definitely worth the wait. Definitely, I would suggest go pick them up. And, you know, order through caliraised. I like to support the people that support everybody else and have great customer service. I had previously ordered through another company. I don't bash companies. I'm not going to mention anybody. But I ordered through a previous company. They didn't say it was back ordered. They said it was going to ship in 5 to 7 days. I waited 2 weeks and I didn't get any update. I sent them an email. I waited a few days for a response from them. They said, oh, there was a problem in shipping. They're going to be shipping out. And they gave me a date, was like 2 weeks later. Okay, no big deal. I understand stuff happens. I waited those 2 weeks. Nothing. Waited about another week or so, a few days. Emailed them again. Hey, sorry, there's still an issue. They're going to be shipping on this date now for sure. Okay, great. I waited a few days after that date. So we're talking about I waited 5 or 6 weeks at this point after I'd already paid for it. And I waited till that date, still no information. I emailed them again and I got no response. So I ended up having to go through PayPal and do a chargeback on it and say, hey, I never received this, no information, whatever. And I did get my money back, but like I said, caliraised, everything was very straightforward on it. They said, hey, this is back ordered. Here's the expected delivery date or expected ship date. And it shipped like the day after that. So wonderful company to work with. I'm sure if you're watching the channel, you know who they are. Great customer support and great products. So like I said, this is everything that it needs to be for what I need it for. The other nice part about the sliding rail setup is that I can pull the pins and I can simply slide it out and take it off the truck. So if I'm going to be going through any sort of trails that are very narrow, or I'm worried about pinstriping or anything of that nature, I can simply pull 4 pins out, slide the entire awning off and stick it in my garage, go run my trail without worrying about damaging the cover. Or if I think I'm going to be parking outside for a period of time and I'm worried about sun damage or anything like that. It's just convenient to be able to remove it with just a couple of simple pins. I know it's very basic. I'm hoping in the future to update that system, but I've never seen anything else on the market like this. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer questions and give you details on how I did it, maybe some tips and tricks on what I would do differently if I did it the second time around. And hopefully that helps somebody else out. So with that being said, I appreciate you watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you think that somebody else can benefit from this information, give them a share. So we're trying to grow the channel as always, and we appreciate every single viewer and subscriber. Thanks for watching.